There we go. Right, that should fit in our angle grinder port. Should. Fingers crossed. Let's see how we go. If it kills the live stream while I'm not looking, that will be very annoying. If you want to know where I got the crusher from, this was custom made for me by Stumpy Picks. He now sells them up on his website. Oh my God, Chris. Do you even know how to thread? Do you? Because it doesn't look like you do. You've cross-threaded that. Let's try doing it this way, hey? Oh, yep, and now we're not going to be able to spin that. Oh, I love this technical difficulty stuff. Why do you not want to go on? There's going to be some guy out there just watching me do this, be like, oh my God, there we go. There they are. The next question will be like, why don't you have a shifter? Why are you using pliers? Because, guys, the second channel doesn't get a name. Spud Engineering for no reason. Cool, cool, cool. Put my dust mask on. I know, I have a beard. It won't do anything. Right, this is about to get very loud. Do I have that? No. Alright. Let's do it anyway. I bet you I've got no battery. Yep, that's what's going on. Oh, come on. I'll tell you what. Wait for it. There we go. Live streams never seem to go according to plan. And that's probably because I don't plan them. I do them on a whim. We're going to move to the Big Daddy Crusher. It's complete overkill for this amount of material, but here we are. Because obviously I didn't charge my angle grinder like a moron. Flip that around. So flip that around, Chris. We're going to change that to this. This is what we're going to. So we're going to use this crusher instead, which will be a much, much more guaranteed way. And hopefully this bloody starts, right? Like, Alright, the RC1 is total overkill for this. We've got to get all the rock back out of this, so you get to watch me struggle with threads again. I cannot see comments. Please feel free to share quality banter. Bloody angle grinder says it's half charged and it's not. I need to go get a shifter. This is like the worst live stream of all time in terms of how thought out and planned it has been. Alright, so what we need is a gold pan, like this one, and then we can shake it out, because we didn't get very far into that crush at all. It did a little bit. We got a little bit of rock down to powder. Not heaps. That's alright. Something, right? Okay. Now that we actually have some of this down to size, it will be interesting to look through it, right? That's a nice big bit of quartz. It's interesting how much quartz is in this, considering it looks like, from the outside, majority of it is actually post-bedrock. Interesting. All right, let's turn on the loud bad boy. Put you down here, not in the way of the exhaust. Put my dust mask back on. Nice. That does a pretty good job. And it's nice that it actually doesn't run out of battery. Pan. Marker. Right, so that's one sample. That is our next to the mine stacked up stuff. I did see someone say, imagine being Chris's neighbours. Yeah, sorry guys. Now, this is the one that I pulled directly out of the mine. We're going to do the same process, because I need this rock to be 1 inch to fit into the port. Goodbye. Alright. Okay, that is really interesting looking stuff. There's a lot of mineralization in all of that. So this is the one I got higher hopes for. Same thing, let's do it again. Well, we didn't get... That's interesting. That's very interesting. We actually didn't get that fine of a crush. So... normally you wouldn't be left with pieces like this, but this is quite significant size bits. Alright, what we might do, somewhere over here, we gotta look through all of my bull crap that's sitting out here. There. We're gonna classify. Yeah, well. Alright, we'll quickly run that again.
too much of this is quartz, and it's not going to give us a very accurate sample if I don't rerun it. One more pass. If you haven't already, guys, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. If you haven't seen the start of the stream, jump over to Spud Engineering. We're going to be doing a lot of distillery stuff over there soon, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that. That's better. That's a lot better. Right, look at this. It's not perfect. Just like my tripod adjustment there was less than optimal. We could definitely run it again, but there's no huge chunks of rock in there anymore, so that's good. Okay. I'm going to... I don't really want to... Hang on. Oh. Dust mask off, I can breathe. We're going to do this one first. So this one came out of the mine, and I'm really interested to know if, given that everyone else had been sampling the hard white quartz veins, and I took this from the decaying section, and you can even see in the mine, there's a full video coming of this. It's going to be like 30 minutes long, but you could even see in the mine that they had chased the vein structure that led into this soft stuff. Whereas where everyone else had been sampling, modern sampling, they had left it alone, the old timers. So I have some mild hopes for this. Fingers crossed. I'd be really interested to see sulfides, because if the sulfides, we could do a roasting. And a lot of people might ask about contamination, because obviously the crusher gets used again and again and again. We do clean it out, I do wash it out, but other than that, contaminations, even when you crush really rich specimens within a crusher, there's usually very little gold that comes out on the next run. And so what you're looking for is a significant amount of gold. 1 or 2 specks might be contamination, but 2 dozen is likely from the rock itself. And so it's just a ratio thing on top of the cleaning that we do. Okay, that's that one pan down, roughly. Let's go do this one. So this is the one that I'm curious about, simply because it was stacked up differently. It was stacked up so differently to any other waste rock pile I've ever seen. There wasn't very many rocks. There was only probably about 30 or 40 pieces of stone stacked up in this one little pile. And it was done so deliberately, it just reminded me of when I'd been separating things. Like when I'd been separating ore or separating pay piles. I thought, geez, you know, that guy, whoever dug this hole, really put some effort into putting these rocks aside. I thought maybe, just maybe, he stacked it up and then left them there for whatever reason. Just the same reasons that I leave it there, right? You get called to lunch and then there's another project on and you just don't get back to it. So maybe, if it does have gold in it, there's a whole pile of rock sitting there that I can just go pick up on the side of the road. I do apologize for not saying hello to everyone too. I have about 6 million things to do today, and I really wanted to go live because I haven't done it properly in a while. And so I'm just powering through this at the moment. All right. Okay. Let's do this. I'll set you up on my barrel. I think we're going to do the one from inside the mine itself. Obviously, this is a rough crush. We definitely could have taken this down further. 100%. But it's got everything I'm looking for in it. Man, the amount of pyrites in that. That's probably very difficult for you guys to see, but it's just glittering, this rock. So that's good. And we are probably going to see nothing. I have to prefacate that ore crushing like this, it's 99% nothing. And then when you finally do hit it, it's usually pretty good. So, so the chances are we're going to see nada, zero. But you never know, right? You just never know. Okay, so for in the mine itself, there are sulfides. For such a small sample, that's pretty significant. That's pretty good. Oh, we got gold. Oh, yeah. Holy crap. No way. Okay. Hang on. We've got to turn this around. Oh, you get to see my amazing hand too. We should put a hat on so you don't have to look at my cactus. It's going on top of my head. Okay. Wow. First things first. That is a really solid result. I'm going to show you the gold. I'm going to try to show you the gold because it's very small. The gold in the northeast of Victoria is called a primary gold zone. A primary gold zone is where you have mostly fine gold locked up within the quartz rock. A lot of prospectors think, especially new prospectors think, that when you go to a river or a stream and you start panning for gold there and you get really small tiny bits of gold, that is from the river making the gold get smaller and smaller, grinding it down, sandpapering it down over time. Some of that is true. Sure, big nuggets break apart into small little pieces. But gold is so soft and malleable that more often than not what ends up happening is it just gets flattened out. That's why if you watch Paulie's channel or Dan's channel, all the nuggets they find are super flat and super water-worn. It molds over the rocks as opposed to breaking down. Most of the super fine gold you find actually originated, it started its life out just like this, locked up in the rock. In a primary gold zone like I am, most of the gold ore that you find that has good gold doesn't have big chunky bits. You will get big chunky bits. You will get some nice pickers, and maybe you can find a couple of pieces that have ribbons of gold running through them, but the vast majority of it is this sort of gold. So I'm going to try to show you the gold. Hopefully the strain quality is enough, but there is probably 150 pieces of flour gold from that tiny little sample. And I'm going to make, or I am in the process, holy crap, Chris, I am in the process of making a full video on this. It's going to be like a 30-minute plus crush video. Look at that. That's not contamination. That is solid. That is a really good result. You got to remember that rock was the size of my fist. So if I'm getting that much dirt, it didn't even cover the bottom of the pan, and I'm getting that much gold out of it. That is an amazing result. Imagine a full pan. So a full pan would be like 10 of those rocks. So we could expect 10 times the amount. I'm going back to that mine and I'm going to sample that for sure. So that is a really good result. Now we've got to know if old mate who was stacking up the ore, or the potential ore next to his mine, was onto the same sort of stuff. Now I've got a whole bag full of that hard rock sample to do in this video that's coming up. And just hang on a minute. Hi. For all the people who are like, Chris, what's happening with all the short videos at the moment? Let me explain. Think of the short videos that I'm doing right now as teasers to long videos that are coming. I'm making 30+ minute episodes. They take a very long time to film and they take even longer to produce. So
I am filling that gap in between with making short little teaser videos that are just exciting and fun and interesting. I promise you long videos are coming. I still want to make those long videos. They just take a lot of time. So if you see them come up, please give them a watch, because it'll give you an indicator of what you're going to see on my channel in the near future. Right, switch this back around. There we go. If there's gold in this, I have a lot of hard rock to go back to and start processing. This crushed a lot better. I think because we ran it through the angle grinder first, we probably got more of it down to powder. There are they sulfides? Sometimes it's hard to tell at the start. Holy crap. Yeah, we got sulfides and gold. Wow. We got way more gold in this one than we did in the other one. Whoa. No way. Oh, I'm going back there. I'm going back there with buckets. Oh, this is just sitting on the side of the road. Yeah, all right. I have to prefacate this again. This was out of the mine face, and there's good gold in that. Let me do the maths. From my experience of crushing ore, a result like that, if you did a full pan's worth, you might be getting about a 0.1. So a 0.1 per pan of ore crush from what we got out of the face. The stuff that's stacked up next to the mine's richer. So it's really good. The particle size is better, so they're bigger particles, and there's slightly more of them, and there's less sulfides, amazingly. I've got gold down here too. There's gold all through the sulfides just in there. Really, really small, but look at that. Hopefully that's coming through on the stream, but man, really nice, solid result. We got gold in both samples. I had a day yesterday. I did 8 kilometers of hiking. I found heaps of gold mines, but I found nothing but junk and rubbish and bullets. So to get that result from ore is just amazing. I'm stoked to have got that. I'm just thinking right now, like today, I should probably load the car up and go get buckets. I should go get buckets of that stuff, because I'm thinking that's just what's sitting on the side of that mine is probably multiple grams, which will be an amazing take. And it also sets me up now. I know that the video that I filmed yesterday about the mine and the ore and sampling and whatnot is going to pay out, which is really good. It's part of the reason I wanted to do this morning. I usually test the ore that I find just to see what direction the video is going to take, but that's a wicked result. All right, guys, I am going to leave it there. Please jump over to Spud Engineering and check that out. We're going to be making a whole lot of content around distilling. I'm opening a micro distillery. We're going to do a subscription-based thing for rum and gin and possibly whiskey and vodka in the future. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that licensing and making sure that's all going to go smoothly. So stick with me. It's going to take probably 6 months or more to get that all set up. And if you've got an opportunity and you want to support the channel in any other way, we give away pay dirt and gear and merch and all sorts of stuff over on Patreon. It costs just $2 a month to sign up. There's no long-term commitments. And I've also got my merch shop where you can buy hoodies and whatnot. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys are amazing, and you're the reason that I'm able to do this every day. So thank you so much. I'm going to go. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe wherever you are in the world. End stream. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.